What's up, guys? This is Jason here. I'm gonna start this podcast here. It could be considered episode one. The name of the podcast is going to be of this podcast is going to be xstation. So, what do we do here? We talk about everything: games, movies, everything. So, the reason why I said it could be used as episode one is because I'm waiting on my boy to be a co-host. I invite him, put this studio together, everything. This is just one frame of it. So right now I'm just doing this, so that way I can like have an episode out right now because there's a ton of things to be talking about, and time is going, and time, as everybody knows, time waits for no one. So I gotta start at least. So hopefully he comes on board, and he will be taking care of the sports side of things. I'll be more on the movies, comic books, lore, all that stuff. And we'll be bouncing off ideas off each other. So, you get his side of the story, I get my side. We all brainstorm, talk about stuff, bounce off, topics. So hopefully he comes on board and we can, have this conversation start. And also too, hopefully we build a community where we can all, share ideas and opinions on certain topics. But let's get started with this Activision thing. Activision, everybody is talking about Activision now, about them sending a cease and desist letter to these private people that are making SM2. I guess it's based off of the old Modern Warfare engine, RE1 or something. Watch a couple of videos, but from what my understanding is that it's like a accumulation of all the best maps, all the best guns, all the best perks, and all that stuff into one game, which sounds pretty decent. I mean, it sounds good. I haven't purchased the Modern Warfare, the new one that came out, because, I mean, from Black Ops, man, I think the last one I played religiously was Black Ops. And they just get too like it was like I wish my boy was here, man. He could he would be able to vouch on this. I mean, it was getting like to a point where you have to like, it almost feels like you want to pay for these things, man. Like the tier levels was like you have to do so much things. I mean, I understand like the colors and the paint, whatever you want to call those things. I understand that you have to, not everything comes for free, but man, it seems like you have no time to like play other games. And man, these people who play online, they live and die freaking Call of Duty, man. And it was getting like at a point when like, me and my boy was like, nah, man, I don't think I would get the other Call of Duty. I'll leave that thing alone. So I mean, I think the last Call of Duty was the last one before the. It's been so much long. I don't even know. There was like the new Black Ops, I guess, and then Modern Warfare. This Modern Warfare that they made. I think I sat out until I played a beta of the other Black Ops one, but this one here, I sat out of that one. I sat out of this one. The only thing I have right now is the Warzone, and that's it, because it just takes too much of your time, and I mean it's ridiculous. So I mean, yeah, I understand. I mean, I want to be like I want to play devil advocate here, but I understand on both sides. You have these people that made this game off the engine for 2 years, and it's supposed to be for free. So it was, but the only thing you have to do is you have to get a copy of the Modern Warfare to play it. So basically, in a way, it's more sales for Activision, because here it is, you have to get like a copy of the game to play it, right? So if that freeware free game does good, so does Activision. On the other hand, I understand where they're coming from, because it's, they made everything off of their engine and all that stuff, and but in reality, they're not charging anybody for it. It's free, you know what I mean? So and it comes to where, like, you purchase your own Call of Duty, and you have the license, so you can do whatever. If you choose to purchase or download download a mod for it, then that's based on the person who purchased the thing. At least they purchased the license, which is the original copy of the game. Whatever they do after that, that's on their behalf. So, I mean, I understand, but I think to what some people were saying is that, I mean, these people were working it for 2 years. So, I mean, if Activision had, something to do about it, they should have done it about earlier. But, I mean, from one video I was hearing that they weren't really paying them no mind until something happened after the fact. And then they sent them a cease and desist letter. But there's much better games. I mean, Battlefield is not good. The new one, I played it, and it's horrendous. I mean, the animation is blocky. The guns are blocky. It looks like the guns are bigger than the person. It looks, it looks arcadey. And I much rather play Metal Slug than that. I mean, I much rather play Metal Slug than the new Call of Duty 2. I mean, it's but it's just no shots taken. But I mean, there are plenty of other games than Call of Duty, man. I mean, like on the Sony side, I mean, there's SOCOM, there's Killzone. I don't think Sony has like touched on the full potential of those two IPs. I mean, they should get back on Killzone. Killzone was good. I haven't played SOCOM, so I don't know, but I played the Killzone. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's just my take on it, man. I mean, it's I can understand where both parties are, and also too, as one person said, it's not going to affect, because this SM2, I believe, only could work on the computers. So, I mean, it's not going to take away any major sales, because, I mean, consoles, you can't really use it. You have to get, you have to play it on PC in order to use the SM2 mod. And also too, I mean, yeah, you have to get a copy of the Modern Warfare game to play it. So, in retrospect, if that do good, as I said, if that do good, Call of Duty does good, because you have people buying the games to play this. And if everybody was so loving it, man, I mean, Activision, give these people, a job, because, I mean, they're doing something that's pretty good, and it's bringing up the community back to your platform. I don't think this is the way they should have done it. I mean, they should have come to some type of agreement to let this mod, game or / mod go through. Because it's so much people like it. It comes from back. I'm gonna use this movie analogy, like example. Henry Cavill, played Superman for one movie. Well, not one time, but a couple movies. They haven't scratched the surface with his character yet, and then now they're gonna do this whole reboot thing and pull him out and all that stuff. The fans are really happy when they seen him in the the cameo for spoilers. If nobody, I mean, you should have seen the movie, not by now, but when he played the cameo in Black Adam, man, I went and see that movie in theaters, and when that scene came out, everybody was excited because everybody was like, you hear the silence, and then there was like people like, ooh, So, I mean, now they just pull the rug from underneath everybody, and now Henry Cavill is not like, we need Superman, we need Man of Steel 2, man, we need that character, like. And another thing too, I don't think I'll probably go see. I don't know. I have mixed feelings right now, so I don't know if I will go see a new one, or the new Superman Legacy or whatever it is, because it's the same thing. Like every time they reboot, they want to go back a little bit in Superman history. Like, we all know this already. It's like telling Dragon Ball Z over again. It's like if anybody know anime, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z. So it's like okay, we make a movie, a live action Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, it's not much people know about it, so you kind of touch on the back history of, but you don't want to see the Dragon Ball tale tell over again. Most people know about Dragon Ball, so like you don't want to see the whole thing tell over again. Same way as this reboot Superman. It's like you go back to when Superman was young. We all know when he was young, he was in the Daily Planet, doing this, putting his ear close to trouble. And what else you can tell in that story in the early ages of Superman, like this version of Superman with Henry Cavill, he's already have years under his belt. The Man of Steel 2, the first one, they had that kind of Brainiac vibe, and I was kind of hoping that they bring that character or that villain in the second one. They had so much things that they could have done, which was a lot better. And I'm just going rambling now. So I went from Activision to Superman to Dragon Ball Z. That's what I'm saying. This station is going to be all over, man. This podcast is going to be all over. But yeah, I mean, like, it's crazy, like people want to do, especially, they that's what happens when you have, big people not listening to what the customers want. And then you have that disconnect. So they doing what they think is what people hear. And like, hey man, we want A, B, C. And they like, no man, they want, the last, they want, E, F, G, and they're doing this. And no, they want 1, 2, 3, and they're doing something else. And they're like, no man, we want this. And it's crazy. Like, they just have this mess. Same thing with everything, DC, okay, so Marvel, they have the formula where they have the little bit of seriousness, some comedy, seriousness, but most of the time they have this much amount of comedy and that much amount of seriousness. What Zack Snyder did with his DC is that he made a minute amount of comedy and joking around, and he made this massive amount of seriousness. Like, DC had this serious vibe to it. Like when in Batman vs Superman, when Batman came in that warehouse scene, man, that was some serious things. I mean, like you see actually Batman pick up a gun and do all this stuff because it's the serious nature of the movie, and you can get behind that, and like now they have this, when Shazam came about, and it's like joke, like comedy. I mean, the first one was good, second one was all right. Too much, it's like they're trying too hard to make jokes, and that's what this new direction of DC is trying to do. And they're releasing too much movies, and trying to follow that Marvel formula. Marvel already did that, and they have a minute of comedy followed by, they have their formula going. So I mean, like, you expect certain people to be this and certain people to be this way, and it just works for them. But now this new thing, I mean, I think they should just go back to the old formula. What's work? DC was serious, dark, not dark, but serious, less thing. Leave that for particular. That's what Marvel understand. That certain superheroes have comic relief. Okay, like Deadpool. He always talk a lot of smack and all that stuff. So like, Ryan Reynolds is perfect for that character. Wolverine, serious. Hugh Jackman played that part. Good. Iron Man, smart. Funny billionaire. So you have a little smirk in between, chip on the shoulder. Robert Downey Jr. played that pretty well. Obviously, you have a little bit of smirk here and there, chip on the shoulder, billionaire. You play that part good. Tom Holland, Spider-Man, childish, teenager, superhero. Just got his powers, learning about it. Clingy, Spider-Man. So every character in Marvel had their fit, and Thor, Chris Hemsworth, demigod, thinks he's the strongest. Goes head first into anything without asking questions. So you have every character that in DC. You have this. Everybody is trying to be is what it is, but I know, but yeah, I mean, it's crazy. So I mean, I'm thinking, back to this Activision thing. They should allow that to go through. I think so. They should allow it to go through, because I feel in retrospect it will help the Call of Duty community and Call of Duty franchise to a whole. Because like right now, I don't even feel like playing Call of Duty anymore. I mean, there's a point I could just go and play by myself and play on multiplayer, play the campaign and all that stuff. But lately, it's just been trickling off for me. I don't know about other people, but it's just like they doing this rinse and repeat. It's like what they can do. Just like what they can't. I think they run out of ideas, and these people here realize that, so they're going back to what made Call of Duty pretty good. And I think Activision, since they gotta stop or the block or whatever, the CMA blocked their deal. They've been doing stupid stuff. Yeah, so Call of Duty, man, either bring these people on board because they know what's up, they know the formula that works, or let SM2 be a thing. It will help you guys out. It will sell more copies of old games, and They know the formula. They know the formula that made Call of Duty good and made the era that made Call of Duty good. So it's a shame that nobody will have at least see what the potential of that model game, or whatever it's called, is. But as again, man, you guys smash that like button and subscribe. At least hopefully my boy will be on here, and at least as a co-host, and we can bounce some ideas and opinions off of each other. So subscribe, and just subscribe, man. Thank you for listening. All right, peace, man. You guys have a good one.